The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101. Q101 WKQX. WKQX HD1 Chicago. A Cumulus media station.
Now is your chance to GTFO with a shot at a $100 Visa gift card and be qualified for a trip for two to see a hot band in a warm weather climate. GTFO. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
So all you have to do right now is text this word to 312-591-8300. And that word is baby. Because Kenzie's having a baby right now, hopefully. So 312-591-8300, text baby. You qualify for a trip for two to Green Day in San Francisco, their hometown. It's going to be an insane show, plus a $100 Visa gift card for qualifying. Sponsored by our great friends at Benton House and Automotive and Boost Mobile. Text baby right now to 312-591-8300. And Kenzie's having a baby. Case the producer's here. And look who's here a little bit early. Her name is Lauren O'Neill. Let's go.
A little bit early.
A little bit early. She walked in like the police raided her house.
That's how I felt when my alarm went off.
And she had to they said you have to get out with the dust for fingerprints or something. And so get out and go somewhere for a while. Welcome to the party, Lauren.
Thanks. It was quite lovely seeing the sun rise over the Kennedy.
It's a beautiful thing.
Coming in, listening to you guys promote smoking in children or whatever.
We're not doing that.
I'm
Don't
pretty sure
smoke.
that was happening.
Do not smoke anything ever again. But it is wild, and talking about this with Lauren when you come in, because I get up at 3 and I get here by 4.
Oof.
And when you're driving when I come in on Lakeshore Drive and the city, I just feel like I'm in a Batman movie. I'm in one of the Batman Begins, and just the city is so wild. And I just think everybody else is sleeping right now.
Yeah, and you're filming yourself driving.
Let's not get into that. It's okay. Listen, there's no one else on the road. It's safe.
Yeah, you're just smoking behind the wheel, filming yourself driving.
That's all I'm doing. That's right.
Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Very excited to have Lauren here today and tomorrow. So let's go, Lauren. The White Sox have already dropped theoretical, hypothetical new stadium plans, what it will look like in the 78 just outside of Chicago's South Loop. We've been talking about this. We broke this news a few weeks ago, actually more like a month ago, about the new stadium possibilities. First, that whole argument started that they're going to move possibly to Nashville, and then or to the Burbs or to Indiana, just like they do with the Bears all the time. But they said, no, they must have had this planned all along, because the 78, I call this a new fake neighborhood in Chicago, Lauren, because there's 77 neighborhoods in Chicago. There's not 78, and you can't just make one.
You don't adapt to change very well.
No. You can't just say, here's a new one. Why, because you put a Starbucks up in there and it's a new neighborhood? I mean, come on.
Jesus.
Let's have a Starbucks and a Target.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. Like it's almost like they drop water like in Bugs Bunny cartoons and they just pop up and they're done.
That is how new construction works these days.
That's right. So that was my stance. But then I saw the pictures of the new stadium last night, and we have them up on our Facebook page at Q101's Facebook page and Q101.com. And sometimes, often, I get sold a bill of goods, and I have changed my whole position, and this new White Sox stadium looks incredible. Do it. I was all in because listen, I'm a Cubs fan. Case is a Sox fan. Where's your allegiance, Lauren?
Cubs.
Cubs allegiance.
I'm a
Okay,
North
good.
Side girl.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a girl, but I'm a North Side guy.
I know you're famously a North Side girl.
Yeah, but I like going to U.S. Cellular Field when friends come in town. They want to see both ballparks, and it's a good experience. And I've always said, why do they need a new stadium? Put that money into the players, like Case will probably go off on here in a second. But this stadium looks incredible. And then Case had to point out to me, it's not built yet. This is imagination.
Yep.
It's not real. But they finally figured out a way to make home plate face the Sears Tower and have a view of the skyline, because they screwed that up at U.S. Cellular Field.
Which is something I learned from Lauren. She was the one that pointed that out last year, that they built guaranteed rate in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Do you think they started building it like the plans were upside down? And then they got too far, and then they were kind of like, well, no one said anything. Just keep building. We can't start over.
And then the stadium was built, and they're like, oh, you're never going to believe it.
Yeah. Then they went to Reinsdorf. He's like, no, it's good. It's okay. It's fine. We're facing the Robert Taylor homes over there. It's it's fine.
I love it.
It's good.
It's awesome.
But they finally figured out a way to flip it around. Actually, it'll be like 180 degrees, where home plate will face Sears Tower and have a nice, beautiful skyline view. And it just looks incredible. It will be, of course, they put these numbers out there, and I don't know how they affect people, but $9 billion investment in Chicago, 5 million annual visitors. It will be $4 billion in an economic impact, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully your ticket prices don't go up for Sox fans.
Or your property taxes. Isn't that where this all comes from?
Well, so U.S. Cellular was a hotel tax. Soldier Field was a Illinois tax that I think it also is an entertainment luxury tax of some sort. So when you take an Uber, and you ever look at your receipt on an Uber?
Yeah, there's like 35 extra taxes.
One of those is for the stadiums. And one of those, and you just don't even know. And you're like Case had to take an Uber because the bus didn't show up today to take him into work today.
That's right.
The CTA bus just said, nah, not today.
The CTA bus just never showed up.
So we got a $13 Uber. Go look at your receipt and look at the taxes on there. And there's also, for property taxes, like your point, Lauren, that's what the Bears are fighting for in Arlington Heights right now, saying like, hey, this thing we bought is not worth as much as we said, and they might now focus on the south lot of building a new Soldier Field instead of Arlington Heights over property taxes. But we are still paying for the old Soldier Field renovation. $600 million because it's owned by the Park District. It's not owned by the Bears, Soldier Field right now. I'm throwing a lot out there. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this new White Sox stadium looks awesome. That's all I'm saying. They sold me. And I'm not a White Sox fan.
How do you feel, Case? It's your team.
I'm devastated. I love Guaranteed Rate, the fried pickles, the atmosphere at the ballpark. The whole thing is great. It's easy to get to from where I live. I have zero issue with it, and I've made the point all along that if the White Sox are going to move, I would rather them pack their bags and head to Nashville and just get out of the city entirely than building this new ballpark. But unfortunately, you have people like Brian out here who see pretty, shiny.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And they go, well, I'll pay for it. What do you need, Reinsdorf? What are we going to do to get this to happen?
I'm all in. I'm all in.
Look, it looks very nice, but we cannot be fooled by the White Sox yet again. I've been on this earth. It'll be 25 years on Monday. I have seen the White Sox do a few different things. I know for as pretty as these renders look, they're going to use Wish.com material. They're going to use non-contracted contractors. This stadium will fall apart if they try to build it the way that the renders look.
Jeez.
There's a lot of alleges in there. Alleges. They're going to use good people. They think all the local unions here are fine. They're going to build a nice, beautiful, safe stadium.
What if they use non-union people? That would suck so much.
They're going to use scabs to build it?
They're going to use scabs to build the White Sox stadium?
Is that the rumor we're going to start?
That is.
No, we're not doing that.
That's so Reinsdorf, though.
Oh, yeah. We save a few bucks if we bring it.
He just sounds like a supervillain. Every time I hear Jerry Reinsdorf's name, it's never with anything good.
I've never said anything good about him.
Well, listen, he did own the Bulls when they won 6 titles. He owned the White Sox when they had a great World Series run. Let's give him some credit. I know at this point, he's an 86-year-old guy.
With no hobbies. That's why he won't retire.
Exactly. Worth $8 billion with both teams. And I'm Mr. Jerry Reinsdorf. I'm in. Build this stadium. Build this. It's like Ronald Reagan.
You did the opposite of a Reagan.
Instead of tear down the wall, build this White Sox new stadium. And bring the fried pickles there so Case is happy when he goes there to White Sox.
The fried pickles would help.
God, it looks good. Go look at the picture. But as White Sox fans, what do you want? Because we, and Case being a White Sox fan, is against it for rather invest in players. But when we put this post up a month ago, I remember everybody to a T came at you for saying, no, I want a new stadium.
I'm so surprised by that because I really think Guaranteed Rate is a beautiful ballpark. I've been to half of the major league stadiums and even the surrounding areas. Like I think about what the Brewers have, and the Brewers stadium is nice, but Guaranteed Rate is much better. I personally get more enjoyment out of Guaranteed Rate than I do Wrigley Field. I get more enjoyment out of Guaranteed Rate than I do Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. This is like a really nice spot to see a game, and I would hate for it to be demolished while the team is still 63-99 next year.
Yes.
They must be some really good fried pickles.
They are stunning, Lauren. You would not believe it. They got a little Chipotle sauce with them. Ooh.
When's the last time you've been at Guaranteed Rate, Lauren? Have you been there?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're a Cubs girl, and like I said, I have a lot of friends out of town, and Megan's got relatives. They always want to see both ballparks, so I go down there. And last time I went, it was great. It really was. I had a good experience.
I just wish they would build out the area some more, kind of like Wrigleyville, where you could go, get some dinner, walk the block.
It's funny you said that because the alderman in that 78 neighborhood on WGN-TV this morning, I heard him talk, and he was like, think of it as a Wrigleyville South.
Oof. Sox fans are going to love that.
It's a terrible thing to say.
Is that the T-shirts that they're going to have next season?
Does he not know of the strife between the Northsiders and the Southsiders and never wanting to hear about Wrigleyville? Or the Cubs? Listen, I know that. Okay. Well, let's move on. Today, in fact, tonight, 8 o'clock on CBS, the Pro Football Hall of Fame honors show will happen where they'll officially announce, and this is the rumor that we got, that for sure the word will be Devin Hester, Julius Peppers, and Mongo McMichael all getting in the NFL Hall of Fame. Especially, this is obviously really pertinent for Mongo, who's fighting ALS right now. Terrible, terrible illness. And it's great to see him get in there at this point. But Devin Hester, we'll never see a player like Devin Hester again. I don't care what you say. We'll never hear a guy that every time the kickoff goes to him, no matter what plan you have, he can run it back. And we're about at the 15-year anniversary of the Super Bowl where we ran it back, 2007.
2007. Do the math.
13, 14, 15, 16. Is it 17? Is that 17 years ago?
Yes, it is.
Did he just have a stroke?
He did.
Oh, jeez.
I thought the 85 Bears was a long time ago. This is my time weird thing. That Super Bowl was 17 years ago?
Brian's the guy that hears, wait, 1994? Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Lord, we have a whole segment built on the show because of that.
I bought that new Alice in Chains record today. Oh, wait a minute. That was 30 years ago? Good Lord. So that'll be really cool tonight when they, the rumor is it's not announced yet. They'll do it tonight, but officially they've all going to get the call this afternoon and get in there. And Devin Hester running back this. How did we lose that? Rex freaking Grossman. Jesus.
Well, it probably didn't help that you were playing Peyton Manning at the height of his powers.
Yeah. I know. But also the Bears had everything good at every position at that time.
Oh, except for quarterback.
Except for quarterback, which is the most important position. But Brian Urlacher was killing it. I mean, you had Jones on the running back. Every position was elite. The best defense, special teams. Just the quarterback couldn't get a first down. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Okay. By the way, Bears season tickets are going up. Tickets are going to go up to an 8% increase on some of the ticket prices. Shouldn't they give a free one for the last couple of years? One game, everybody gets free.
It seems like a horrible idea.
I think it's a great idea because you win over people that way, and you could turn everybody's opinion to just one free game. You get like a free Whopper or whatever, and then your day changes. Like
Maybe your day changes. I don't.
Your day doesn't change if you got a free hamburger.
Well, my day would change too, but I wouldn't speak for everyone in all of Chicagoland that would change. You kind of made it life-changing. Yeah, it changed my day, like my lunch plans probably.
Yeah. A free NFL game won't change your life?
No.
What would happen there that would change my life? Are they going to put me in?
Yeah,
then
Lauren,
yes.
Lauren, don't you want to drive down to Soldier Field, get stuck in parking, and then watch the Bears lose 17-10 for free?
It's my dream.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Didn't even ask Lauren this. She just got here. Lauren's in for Kenzie while she's out on maternity leave right now. And do you want to play trivia? I should have asked you this before the show. But listen, we have tickets for Ex-Ambassadors at House of Blues. Let's clash with Kenzie. You ready to do trivia this morning?
I'll try anything twice.
Okay. Well, that's today and tomorrow with Lauren. So we're doing that. So 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Lauren in trivia. Call for this, 312-591-8300 right now.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
And in for Kenzie today is Lauren, who usually wakes up, I think, at about 9:56. She's on the air at 10 o'clock here on Q101 usually. If you don't listen like later on, you got to listen to her show usually. But she's here now, which she got up way earlier. So, are you feeling smart?
Definitely not.
You're not.
Definitely. And I think that imaging bumper beforehand was
Deceiving?
a little bit. Like, temper your expectations here. I don't think my brain is used to being turned on this early. So you probably win pretty easy today.
Would you feel smart at 10?
I would feel smarter.
Okay,
for
just checking.
sure.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, Chris, sounds like you got a good chance. Chris checking in from Batavia for the tickets for Ex-Ambassadors at the House of Blues. Chris, ahoy. Are you excited to play Lauren today?
I am. I have had the opportunity to play 3 other hosts, and I'm currently undefeated.
Oh, what? You brought in a ringer for my first day?
My man is flexing today.
Go easy, Chris.
No,
Gentle.
All right.
Please.
Well, he can't be dumb. I mean, he can't just I don't know that.
I want you to win.
Really?
No.
Doesn't sound like it.
I really want you to win, Chris. Come on.
All right, Chris. Here's the deal.
I appreciate it.
And this is Lauren's first time ever doing this. So let's see what happens for those tickets. Remember, if Lauren gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails. 1, 2, 3, Chris.
Tails.
It's heads.
What does that mean?
All right.
I win?
That means you go first.
That was easy.
Okay.
Suck it.
No, there's questions.
Oh.
There's questions. And like question number 1 here. Lauren, which state is home to the oceanside city Myrtle Beach?
Florida.
Myrtle Beach is not in Florida.
Oh, crap.
You lived in Florida.
There's like a million beaches in Florida.
We are off to a roaring start. Lauren lived in Florida for a long time. You grew up there, right?
Yes.
Well, she said it with such confidence. I thought, well, maybe it is Florida.
I actually thought the same thing. I thought maybe she's right. I mean, Lauren's from there originally. Holy crap, this is disturbing.
Maybe I'm just throwing it so Chris feels better.
I don't think so.
There's a buzzer over there. No, that's not true. Chris, which state is home to the oceanside city Myrtle Beach?
Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina. It's very
That's
lovely.
right. It's in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Everybody sit back. This could take a while.
There's so many. If I cause an accident on the interstate, I'm very sorry for people beating their steering wheels. Like, what?
Amazing. I thought it was a layup I was giving her first.
I thought so too.
All right, here we go.
It's back to Chris. He's up 1.
Chris, the songs The Distance and Short Skirt Long Jacket are songs performed by what band? Chris, not Lauren.
I'm going to have to give this one to her. I don't recall.
Just guess. You don't want to guess a band even? You always guess something. You could have, Metallica would have been a nice guess.
Well, it's not Metallica, so
isn't.
don't guess that, Chris.
No, it's not them.
Say Florida.
Florida. There you go.
The Distance and Short Skirt Long Jacket.
It's cake.
Hey, we got a
Baby.
tie game.
Back to Lauren.
Lauren, in what state do the Cubs play their spring training?
Florida.
Oh my God.
It's not in Clearwater.
Very clear that Lauren identified herself as a Cubs fan in sports today. Chris, in what state do the Cubs play their spring training?
That'd be Arizona.
Arizona. He said it in a very disgusted voice, too.
It was not thrilled about that.
Can I clarify? Just because I'm a Cubs fan doesn't mean I know everything about the Cubs.
Well, to be fair, there's tons of spring training in Clearwater, and then there's tons in Arizona. It's where the most spring training happens for all the MLB teams. Cubs and Sox are in Arizona, in the Phoenix area.
I'm sweating.
No one's in Clearwater of this area. All right. So two
to 1 back to Chris.
Chris, who sang Gangsta's Paradise?
Coolio?
Coolio is right. Good job. Rest in peace,
Rest in
Coolio.
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Rip. Let's see here, Lauren. In the movie Monsters, Inc., what are the monsters most scared of in Monsters, Inc.?
Oh my God, you're gonna make me sound like I'm a bad mom.
You're a great mom. That's why I thought
afraid of?
you'd probably seen that. What are the monsters scared of in Monsters, Inc.?
They're scared of
3.
love.
Love.
I mean, are we all?
I mean, yeah, it's not love, but that's a great answer. Chris?
Of the kids waking up.
Yes, they're scared of the kids waking up and attacking them.
Beating children.
One of my favorite movies of all time. I think
Monsters, Inc.?
I think Monsters, Inc. is one of the single funniest movies ever written.
Oh, hit a buzzer for yourself, please.
That's a.
Superbad is the funniest movie
I'm
of all
not saying
time.
it's funnier than Superbad. I'm saying it's in that conversation. There's brilliant writing in Monsters, Inc.
I want the other top 5. You got Superbad, Monsters, Inc.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Very funny.
That's a good one.
22 Jump Street.
That is ridiculous.
Oh.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, but it can't be it can't be in the conversation. Have you seen any of those movies, Lauren?
I have. I mean, that's a very hard stance for a top 5, but I mean, Case is a different generation.
What's the top of your mind funniest movie ever?
Why are you asking me hard questions?
This one's just an opinion. I don't even need a correct answer. I just need an answer.
I'll give you a point.
I love Horrible Bosses.
Okay, good answer.
Good movie.
I think that's
There you
and 1
go.
and 2. I
Yeah,
think
that
they're
is a
both
good one.
fantastic.
All right.
Chris agrees. And Chris is also up 4-1. It's back to him. He can win with a correct
He has
answer.
4 points already?
Yeah, this is going fast, isn't it,
I
Lauren?
suck at this.
Chris, what beer is known as best for being Australian for beer?
I can see the big can in my head. Give me 1 second.
3.
That's what she said.
2.
Hey,
Guess a beer. Nope.
Guess an Australian beer.
Yeah. Lauren drank Malort this morning, but I don't know if she had any beer. But what beer is known as
My chaser.
Australian for beers?
Foster's.
Foster's, the big blue can. Good job. Lauren, comeback season for Lauren.
That's right. It's 4-2, but it's back to Lauren.
Lauren, which amendment to the Constitution of the United States guarantees the right of free speech? Which amendment?
The Second Amendment.
It's not. That's the gun one.
That's the gun one.
I'm too nervous to do this.
And Chris for the win.
Why is it so hot in here?
Say that one more time, Chris.
The First Amendment?
First Amendment is right. First Amendment's right.
Can I go home now?
No, you cannot.
No,
you are
you
locked in.
I'm seriously sweating
It's beautiful.
so badly.
Isn't
it's
it
not
fun?
beautiful.
Isn't it fun doing trivia?
Really fun. No, it's
It is fun doing trivia.
It's fun
fun
for
for
you.
Chris when he wins.
Yes, Chris, you're
Stressful.
going to the House of Blues to see ex-ambassadors.
Fantastic, man.
Yes.
The Q101 Morning Cruise Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
And right after beach weather, we're going to give you the word for everybody else. We gave you a word at 7 o'clock for a chance to go see Green Day in San Francisco. This is GTFO. You get a $100 Visa gift card for qualifying. So that's coming up here in 3 minutes. If you missed it earlier with Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and Lauren, the lovely Lauren, filling in. Is usually here on the middays here at Q101, and she got up early today to come in.
So glad I came in here
Whoa.
to hand out tickets for trivia. So fun.
Every answer was Florida today in trivia she gave out.
Unintentionally.
You don't realize how much pressure that is. What?
It's great. We'll do it tomorrow again at 7:20
wonderful.
for more tickets. But in the meantime, we're asking you this question. What did you learn because of your partner? You were forced to learn, I should say. And I only found this out a couple nights ago. I was watching The Empire Strikes Back. Fabulous movie.
Fabulous movie.
Best one in the entire series, by the way.
Okay.
All of them, the new ones, the old ones, whatever. Empire Strikes Back. Are you a Star Wars girl, Lauren?
Not really. I was raised a Star Wars girl.
But you're
My
agnostic
father,
now.
I had a R2D2 nightlight.
Oh, that's
when I was
amazing.
a child.
Brian wants that now.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't save it for you. I'm sorry.
Why don't you save stuff like I do? Jeez, you could give that to me now if you would have saved that.
I'm pretty sure I broke it. It was ceramic, and I was like 4, so it's not really something you put in a little kid's room. But yeah,
It's a funny thing to say you were raised a Star Wars girl, like what that house looked like. I don't know what was going on in there, you know?
Oh, he's still got. There's Yodas everywhere. Yeah.
That's
Your
good.
Your dad wear a Jedi cloak?
Only on the weekends.
So, do you know what goes on in the movies?
No, I haven't watched them since I was that young.
Okay.
Probably.
So I'm watching Empire Strikes Back while I'm doing a little prep for the show. Megan's doing work on a computer. she works hard,
Like a real job.
Real job. And I'm sitting there. It's the point, of course. I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for a 40-year-old movie, but it's the point where Luke is fighting Darth Vader, in the sky, and it gets to the point of Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. Yeah, he did. You said you killed him.
Wow, I feel like I'm there.
He goes, no, I am your father. And I just stopped and I rewound. You see the goosebumps?
I got goosebumps.
See that? That was no tape. That was me doing that.
So much passion.
And then Luke goes, no, that's impossible.
And then what happened?
I'm not going to spoil anymore.
Come on!
I literally pause it and say to Megan while she's doing this spreadsheet, do you realize the importance in movie history of this plot twist, what happened? And she just kind of looked over and kept working. I go, Megan, watch it again. He's going to say he's his father. He thought he killed his father. She goes, I know.
She is a pretty smart lady.
And I go, I know, but you told me you're not into it. You don't know the Star Wars movies. When we first met, I wanted to take you to The Force Awakens because that's when that was coming out 6 years ago, and you kind of were not interested. And she goes, yes, but I did a Star Wars crash course in case we went to that movie, so I knew what was going on. So I understand that Darth Vader's Luke's father.
Oh my gosh, that was love. She got the Cliff's Notes?
She went. I don't know what she did. So YouTube has some great. If you want to do a compilation like the Avengers movies, there was one to catch up on everything that happened before you get to the new movie.
So it was online. She didn't enroll in a community college Star Wars 101 class.
Is it a club?
Honestly, I don't know what she did because I was so stunned by that moment. I sat there and go, wait, you studied Star Wars for me?
How'd that make you feel?
Really embarrassed that I made her do that. even though, well, it made me feel warm and like, wow, this girl back then, we only knew each other like 3 weeks at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, she did that for me. I didn't even remember it.
That's very romantic.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
romantic.
it. 6 years later, I just found out she did that.
Wonder what else she's keeping from you.
Why'd you have to ruin it? So she learned all about Star Wars just in case we went to Force Awakens. You know what's funny? We never went and saw it. I saw it by myself. Because I thought she'd be bored, and I just knew her, and I was just meeting her, and I was like, I want to drag her to a Star Wars movie. She doesn't want to go.
You also thought you were going to look like a big nerd. You're like, oh, hot date. Let's go check out the Star Wars movie.
It's hard to hide that.
Yeah.
Hard to hide
Kind
that.
of built in.
Yeah. So that's what Megan learned from me about Star Wars. I was just stunned when she was like, I know he's the father.
I did this for you.
So is there something that you had to learn for your partner or forced to learn? And they never asked you to do it. You just did it, maybe without them knowing. And Nick is checking in from Mokena. Nick, ahoy, what's going on?
Ahoy. I was going to say you gave C-3PO a run for his money in the retelling of that scene.
It was kind of like a hidden talent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's not true!
Oh, here's
You
more.
killed him! Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. So what did you learn for your partner? Maybe you were forced to learn it. Maybe you did it privately like Megan did for me about Star Wars.
I married my high school sweetheart, but my senior year of high school, I picked up the trombone, and I can't read music, and I joined a Marian Catholic band. I got to skip the marching part, but they're a very prestigious band, and I had to memorize on the trombone, which is already a hard instrument to get notes to play because they slide in position.
Yeah.
I memorized entire orchestral pieces with note cards and would be able to play it just as well as pretty much all the real band members because I had it fully memorized. You couldn't ask me to play any new piece or anything else unless I had a week to memorize it. But I muddled through just to be able to spend more time with her because she was always at band practice.
Oh my God.
Is that legal? You just
join a high school band?
snuck it. Well, he said he wasn't a real member. What does that mean?
Oh, no, meaning they spent the last it was their fourth year of playing and practicing and going to practice and playing at nationals every year. I snuck in at the last moment, started played in orchestral band, and then got to go to Disney World as the end of the year trip. So all the other members were a little this dude just showed up because he wanted to spend more time with his girlfriend. Can he even really play? So
Yeah, you're a bandwagon guy, but just to get...
100% bandwagon just on a whim.
But you were just trying to get a little, though.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out. I think I won at the end. I've got 3 kids with her now, and everything's great.
Wow.
Do you still play the trombone?
So my daughter is now playing the trumpet, so I can still use the mouthpiece to make the sounds, but don't ask me to play anything actually.
Are you lying to your daughter, too, and playing the trumpet with her like you're learning secret things in the middle of the night and playing along?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. That's a great story, Nick.
That's a great story.
Oh, yeah.
It did sound kind of weird. He was just like, I snuck in this band, and then I went to Disney World with them, and...
I mean, that's kind of how everyone remembers it. So, I mean, it's not untrue. I did put in effort, though.
Nick, were you guys together before you started playing the trombone, or did she see you with that mouthpiece and went, damn, I got to get some of that?
Damn.
No. It was definitely after. I did also learn to play her.
Skills.
Yeah, what's that mouth do?
You know, I have good lung capacity, man.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q 101.